look for that ace of spades. Where's that ace of spades? There's ace of spades right there. We'll leave that one in the middle and we'll go through the rest of these, get the 6 of hearts on top. We'll take the 6 of hearts right here and we will leave it on the table like that. See if I just, see it move? Did you see it move? I saw it. Halloween spirit. No, nothing like that. Look, the card move turned in to the ace of spades. That's kind of cool. Here's one of the reasons I was never invited to poker night. The thing is, it's dry in here. You'd throw the ace back on top, then you would maybe like deal it out to some friends. I just can't do this anymore. And then it would be still there. It would be still there and you could deal it to yourself. It's kind of like cheating at poker. It's called like a second deal, right? So you would deal cards down, leaving that ace there, and you would just do this and you'd still have, you'd still have that baby on top. Looks even better when it's face up and you're just dealing cards, woo! Anyways, that's enough of that. Instagram photo challenge, the grid challenge, the PM grid challenge today. Reviewing your photos and whoo, you guys are awesome photographers. Intro. What's up everybody, Peter McKinnon here and welcome back to another video today. Wow, the PM grid challenge. At the point of recording this video, almost 99,000 hashtags used for the month of October. That blows my mind. Like browsing that hashtag was so much fun. Just like still today, just start scrolling and like, wow, fall vibes to the max. You guys did amazing. You all did better than me. I did my best. I just didn't actually get, I did my best. I just didn't actually, I didn't get out to take very many fall photos, but I still tried to maintain that transition, maintain that fall vibe throughout the month of October, but you guys smashed it. So I'm gonna feature 10 accounts on today's video. You may be one of them. Some of them range from people that have 40,000 followers to people that have 400 followers. So I tried to pick like a good kind of mixture, some honorable mentions just cause damn, so awesome. Blown away. We're reviewing your photos and then I'm gonna pick a winner. Thank you very much to everyone that participated. Let's roll through some of these accounts. I'm gonna go in order of how I saved these grids on my phone. So it wasn't necessarily one photo. It wasn't me just saying, I want to see your best fall shot. It was me saying, I wanna see your best like 9 to your best 12 fall shots in a row and how they all work together and how you were able to curate your own photography into like a beautiful fall palette throughout the month of October. First up, we have Alex Cormier. I'm gonna say it's Cormier 97. This is a tasty grid. Now, what I love about this is there's a lot of variety, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of action. Clearly this guy is a cyclist or some sort of athlete because the majority of these photos have to do with, riding a bike. You've got someone on the ground laying next to a bike, you have someone riding a bike super fast down a mountain road, then you have latte art of a bike. Don't understand how that happened, but it happened and I approve of that latte art. One of my favorites is the very top where he's got someone dead center frame with really nice orange goggles and that ties in the fall colors. You've got some nice drone shots of winding roads. You've got fog. It's very well paced. It's well placed together. I'm a big fan of these. Right away, I saw this account, clicked on it, opened it up and was like, yup, screenshot. So Alex, good job, man. Thank you for using the hashtag, appreciate it. Moving on. Okay, this one's kind of like an honorable mention. I've heard of them before, I've seen his photos pop around. He's a Toronto native. He's a Toronto native, which is awesome. His name is JFX. It's this dude right here. JFX does fall vibes to the max and back. Like if you just scroll down his account, like look at this. It's just all fall. Kudos to even being able to find this many photos to shoot that are all fall vibes because I feel like I missed this season. I didn't see any of this, so I don't know where you were. And we live in the same area and you must have gone up north, clearly with all the lakes. Beautiful photos, beautiful landscapes. And it just goes to show you like there's a huge variety of things to shoot in the fall. I especially love this one of the house kind of tucked away with all the leaves all over the property. It's just simple, it's nice, makes me feel warm, makes me want to drink coffee. And then I think of coffee and then I get really excited. So JFX, honorable mention. Again, this dude, very talented photographer, and he transitions heavily into each season. So I always look forward to see what this guy is gonna shoot depending on, what time of the year it is because it's always, adapting to that weather and it's just, good job, man. So I actually saw these photos pop up several times and I was like, is this JFX again? Moving on to number 3. I'm not ranking these, by the way, in any specific order. This is just like I said, in the order that I saved them. Number 3, we are looking at Innate Light. It's this one right here. I really like this account because it's not your typical fall vibes, leaves, lakes, train tracks. It's fall colors in some fall settings, but just really beautifully lit, beautifully edited portraits. And I like the fact that it feels different, but it still carries that autumn, that autumn feeling in a really subtle, kind of just like beautiful way. These are great portraits. This photo right here with the bokeh in the front, that's obviously shot through some sort of leaves, give that fall vibe as well. You get that orange. Everything has a very light beige hue to it, so it's not overkill. It's not like fall, fall, fall. It's just really, really tasteful, really well done, really professional. This is someone's account where when I land here, I would think to myself, I would pay this person to take photos of me and my family. That's the kind of vibe I get from this account. Like, I would hire this person. Big fan of that. Also, there's a man bun up top and, stick together. Okay, moving on. That was Innate Light with an underscore. Again, links below. Check these people out, guys. Let's share the love. All right, moving on to number 4. This is one of my favorites. There's a really good myriad of photos here like that. There's a really good mix of things, an eclectic mix of things that I'm a big fan of. One in particular that stood out was this shot of holding his phone next to what looks like an eaves trough or like the gutter of his house where the leaves have been collecting. This is just creative. I mean, I look at this and I stop when I'm scrolling because I think to myself, wow, how is that? I like photos that make me think and look and get in a little bit closer and want to zoom and look around and appreciate instead of just like, yeah, cool landscape, cool landscape, cool landscape. And I feel like a lot of my photos are like that, and I critique myself a lot, which helps in photography, which is why this challenge was so exciting and so inspiring for me, because it even helped me, get out there and shoot more and yearn to shoot more seeing stuff like this. So this shot really, really liked. And when you look at his whole grid, it's carrying that fall theme as well. Not everything is autumn based. So like you look at the castle shot, there's nothing really fall about it, but the sky is in sunset. So those colors match all the other shots that do have fall themes. Or like the car shot right next to the phone has what looks like an orange light leaf. I did see a lot of comments of people saying like, Peter, I don't live anywhere where there's autumn or fall vibes. And I don't really understand that specifically because yes, you can't shoot leaves and lakes and very obvious fall themed photos, but you can still take a shot of a car and have an orange light leak in there. You can still rock a sunset. You can still take a picture of a coffee or have some kind of fall related outfit that has an autumn color palette to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a maple leaf or a canoe sailing through a lake with, a drone shot. Those things are amazing and I have access to those, and everyone who lives up north does as well. But I was really excited to see people that were taking part of this challenge that were nowhere near any of those things. So for those of you who did do that, good job. That's a great creative exercise. So this account, big fan of, lots of creativity in it, lots of nice colors, all the shots match. There's clearly attention to detail and some curating going on when these are being posted. So I appreciate the thought that's going into these. Good job. That's Christy Co J. Christicoj. Trying to pronounce Instagram names can be difficult, but also very fun. I recommend it with a group of friends. Next up, number 5, we got Tyler. Whoa! Tyler Woe, that's how you pronounce your last name. I would hang out with you. Here's a very different looking grid that have a lot more crushed blacks, a lot more lifted shadows. It's a lot more of a pastel palette instead of like that hard contrast that you see a lot when shooting autumn photos, which is why I really liked it. Also, a big Halloween vibe, not necessarily all the oranges of landscapes, but you're taking advantage of the fact that, the season of Halloween and pumpkins and dressing up with costumes and stuff like that. I really like that you incorporated all of that into this grid. So it looks great. You've got coffee, instant winner, and there's a good eclectic mix of photos in here as well with a good transition into this season that you've been posting over the past, looks like 12 plus photos. That last shot you have standing in front of those trees with the mask on is also terrifying. Imagine you just woke up and saw something like that at the edge of your bed. What would you do? I have a knife under my desk. Just think about what I have under my bed. Woo! All right, moving on to number 7. 8. I'm all confused here, folks. Moving on to number 6, we have Millers.lens. Beautiful photos, really appreciate the detail and thought that went into and care that went into transitioning from summer and not fall photos at all into fall photos. Okay, so check out these bright, vibrant green photos at the very bottom. You'll notice right next to that when the transition starts into fall, those green trees pop a little bit more. And then as we move up a little bit, all those greens start to get more muted. So you can tell the editing process was done in such that it transitions with a nice gradient into the style that we talked about in the PM Grid Challenge. So you did a phenomenal job with this. I really like it. By the looks of this bridge, you are also from Toronto, which is awesome. We got a lot of Canadians representing in this PM Grid Challenge. I love it. Not mad about that whatsoever. So Millers.lens, great job, man. Moving on to number 7, Dominique Soray. It's again, great time pronouncing Instagram usernames. Really like this. The contrast and just overall punch of color in this grid makes me very happy. The sparkler I love, holding the leaves I love, bokeh in some of these photos I love, standing in front of this window with the rain pouring down, love that. Love all the vibes I'm getting. That castle in the background, where's that? Yes, please, I'd like to be there. These were really great photos and I love that they were mostly portrait based as well. So it was incorporating a nice mix of just landscapes with the road and the leaves combined with a majority of portraits that just kind of balance it out well. So I was a big fan of this. Great job. These look amazing. Thank you for sharing. Moving on to number 8 with a piece of crop. And you get credit for your username, which is very fun to say. I'll just never get old. That first shot right off with the fog, love that. Love the incorporation of the yellow line down the road. This shot, looking at your whole grid, it almost looks like now you're setting up for winter, which you could very well transition into with how blue that road is, but you're still calling back to fall with the yellow line. Love that. If that's not your intention, then still great. Next to it, love the bridge coming out with all those fall colors, looks amazing. That looks like the Badlands where we shot that Mavic 2 video, which means you may also be a Canadian, which looks like you're probably from Hamilton or something. This is amazing. The shot right below that of the stairs going up with all the red leaves. Again, just a really good grid, focused heavily on landscapes, but everything matches. What I find sometimes is hard to do when you're trying to match photos on a grid is you can't just have like a small person in a big place, then a shot that has like lots of negative space, and then like 6 shots that are really busy. You have to really kind of mix and match to make sure those busy shots are kind of spread in with the negative space shots, so it doesn't just look like gaps and little holes or kind of popping up all over your grid. You've done a really good job of that, so I really appreciate that. Also, mixing in some of those long exposure waterfall shots, that ND filter, that's key. Love that. Good job. Piece of crop, most definitely a fun username as well. So thank you for sharing. Okay, this one is an honorable mention. This is number 9, Coppernick. This guy has like 300,000 followers on Instagram, so by no means does he need the push at all. He's obviously killing it. But in like searching through the PM Grid Challenge hashtag, I found this guy's account and I love it. Like, look at this. What a cute dog. Ugh, who doesn't love an account that features cute fuzzy dogs, or wolves in this case, or whatever this is, dire wolf? I don't even know what it is. It's amazing. He's amazing. I love that there is also a fall theme here. It's just very subdued. It's very muted. It's very lifted in the blacks, which makes it just feel like light and airy out in the wilderness. I love this grid. It looks so good. And this guy also clearly goes by the season, because if you just take a look, you swipe this way, now we are into the winter version of the dog shots, the wolf in the winter. Now we're at Castle Black here. And it's just looking great. So little honorable mention to Coppernick. Super cool photos, man, and looks like you're just out there every day crushing it. That inspires me. Moving on to number 10, last but not least, we have Martin Lills. This grid, I love this. It has fall vibes, but it has like a modern, urban fall feel to it. Like I said, it's not necessarily out in the woods. You do have some things, like there's a shot here of a big, what looks like a maple leaf. That looks great. You have a lot of amber tones and orange and yellow, subdued with some red, but you still have an urban flair to it. So it just looks like you made the best of your situation. I love the picture of you holding a filter over the city, which gives it that sepia, that orange autumn vibe through the filter. It's very, very creative, a very clever way of introducing those colors into a photo that don't have any of those colors. You get bonus points for that. So this grid is really great. If you scroll down, you can see it transitions very well from not fall to what feels like autumn without really being stuck in pure autumn. So drum roll, please. The winner, I feel, of the PM Grid Challenge, and you guys are all winners. That sounds cheesy and that sounds super lame, because it's like, we're all winners here, but like honestly, this hashtag, like I followed it, incredible photos. You guys are killing it. You guys did such a good job. Everybody that participated, thank you so much. This video could have been 17 hours long if I featured everyone's grids, which I wish I could, which makes me think I wanna do more videos like this, and if you would like me to, comment below, let me know. I wanna hear from the people. Should I critique and showcase more photographers, big and small, on this channel, like what we did here today? The winner, I'm gonna go with count number 10, Martin Lils, because I really appreciate the autumn tones introduced into a grid that doesn't have a lot of autumn in it. You are still able to participate and use the principles of photography and color to incorporate the fall vibe into a grid that isn't just mobbed with forests and trees and stuff that's very easy and accessible for a fall season. So you did a great job. I think it's that filter shot that really sold me. Congratulations, man. You're a great photographer. You are all great photographers. That is the hashtag PM Grid Challenge. And I think we might just need to do the PM Winter Grid Challenge. I don't know, I'm feeling it. Maybe that'll be next week's video, but winter is coming and we're gonna be ready for it. So hit that like button if you like this video, smash it. If that's something that you're into, 2018 style coming to an end. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys on Monday. Peace. Thanks for participating.